Hello and welcome to the Musical Chairs Podcast, the only podcast that invites you to pull up a chair and take a listen. Now, I'm very saddened by the passing of a very iconic person in music, and I wanted to share this information with you. I know it's been out there for quite some time, but I thought I would share a little story with you before I moved on. In 1999, I'd been in Chicago for roughly a year, and I pretty much came out of here from Texas on my own, didn't have anybody to hang out with, didn't know anybody when I was here, and decided, I'm gonna go to the Metro in Chicago, a very famous music venue in Chicago, and go there every single day and hopefully run into some people who are like-minded, who like music, and get to know them. And I went every Tuesday, and I remember going there night after night after night, or week after week really, going there week after week, and I remember hearing this one song from this guy that blew my mind, because it was the kind of song that would just resonate in my head. And not many songs do that, especially now I've gotten older. I'm finding myself harder and harder to be impressed by artists, but I was really impressed with this particular song. And it was something that pretty much, it was the kind of song that just got in your head and you'd remember it. And it was such a good song that really just changed my outlook on life and made me think about music in a completely different way. And the person who passed away there, was revered by many people. In fact, I don't know of anybody who... Oh, actually, I could think of one other band that is much more revered than this person is, because this person is effectively a jumping off point for that band. So I would like to say at this point that I want you to rest in peace, Lou Bega. Lou, you've written all kinds of iconic songs, most being Mambo No. 5. I think that's a really good song. I heard it one time and I've remembered it ever since I've heard that song in '99, and in fact it's been covered by countless people. Radio Disney has covered it. They included it on their thing. Having Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse on there, Daisy Duck, Donald, Pluto. All those cats, man. They're hot MCs right now, and I like the fact that they were willing to put their big overgrown ear to the pulse of the rhythm of that song, and they did their thing with it, right? The gin and juice was replaced with ice cream. Beer Bust was changed with something else completely, and Radio Disney did their thing, and I can really appreciate that. My kids can listen to your songs now, and I can listen to your real versions of what you do, but it's just unreal, man, because a German guy like yourself sampling a Cuban and making the song even better and more commercial, and you didn't deserve to die so early and so young in your career. He's alive? Are you serious? Man, who died? Lou Reed? Lou Reed? Man, who cares about Lou Reed, man? Lou Bega is the man. Lou Bega is the one who put Mambo back on the map after it's been dead for like 60 years. I've got a confession to make. I didn't... apparently my sources, my producer, he gave me the wrong information. I'm sorry I lost it earlier. I really thought Lou Bega, my man, was dead. And apparently a lot of other people did too. Lou Bega put out a note saying that he's alive, and yeah, a lot of people thought he died today, and you know, it was in fact Lou Reed. He was a leader and singer for the Velvet Underground, which you probably never heard of unless you knew of Lou Reed's work. I just saw a statement up here from Lou Bega saying, "Rest in peace, Lou Reed, the genius who took walks on the wild side. P.S. I've been receiving tons of condolences because of the journalists confusing our identities. Lou Bega sends his condolences to Mr. Reed's family." Now that's class, and that is a big man right there. If you've seen his videos, he's rather large. But if personality-wise, he's a big man, and I think it's awesome. In case you didn't know what he did, Lou Reed, he put out, you know, Walk on the Wild Side, he did a bunch of other things, but I think he put out one of the best records ever, which was Metal Machine Music in 1975, which by now is kind of passé, but he basically put out 2 LPs worth of feedback. That's it. No singing, no rhythm, nothing. Just a ton of overdubbed guitars feeding back and making lots of noise. And I've actually sat down through the entire record and listened to every track, and it is an abominable sound for the most part. I'm not that big into Lou Reed to be able to say that it's one of the most quintessential records ever put together, but I think it was definitely one of those things that made artists think what you can do and what you can't do. And the way I look at it, it's a big FU to the record company system back in '75, which was in its full swing at that point. If someone was to put out Metal Machine Music today, it would have to be somebody with a lot to risk, which would be like a Kanye West or you know, Kesha or something like that to put out a record like that. But you know, and he's also famous for putting out, or infamous for putting out, a concept record with Metallica named Lulu, which again is abominable. At least they try to sing, and there's some good riffs on it, but you know, that record is kind of a piece of garbage. But again, you know, I'm not really into Lou Reed, so I'm coming from a pop sensibility. I'm sure there are people who think it's absolutely brilliant, and I will allow you to have your ideas on it. So I apologize for messing up who died. My condolences to the Reed family, and Lou, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you weren't dead. I just figured after that one song, I ain't heard from you. So, you know, that's the way it is. But anyway, if you're a Lou Bega or a Lou Reed fan and you want to reach out to him, let me know. If you can, subscribe to the channel. Also, hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Twitter. Go to the website, click through that for Amazon.com products. Send a little bit of love back to the podcast and let us know. So anyway, I'm your host, Nelson Velazquez, and thank you for watching.